test one, test one, test two, test one. Test one, test one, test one, test two.
much for something. Either that or somebody saw the price of chicken too and they just gave it up.
When Emily, our daughter was little, we had like, we got chickens, that was her business, she made money, and we cut out this wood sign that said for eggs, it was all cute, someone stole it, like,
Still sign.
they stole the sign, because it was like,
Oh,
plywood and cut out, but it was really cute, we were proud of it, and
I bet.
she was like
They took
4
it home
years old.
as home decor and got it hanging on a wall somewhere. That's too bad.
Yeah. She went out there, she was into all the cartoons, and she went out there investigating. She's like, I see the tire tracks from here and there. You're not going to crime solve this one.
That's cool.
That was her quote-unquote first job, is to collect eggs and sell them.
Good Thursday morning to you. It is time once again for another edition of Chamber Talk on Regional Radio KJEL. I'm Patty Burns. We're broadcasting live from the offices of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, right at the corner of Adams and 2nd Street in Lebanon. Miss Dakota is here with us today.
I am, and it's snowing, Patty.
It is. Again,
well, not
what?
so much anymore.
I was going to say.
Maybe like a flurry
Wait
here
a
and there,
minute.
but no. No, I love it. I love
I just
waking
cleaned all
up.
that snow off my car.
No, I love waking up and seeing it. It was pretty.
I know. You're an igloo baby.
Let me have it. Let me have my time, okay?
Yeah,
It's been
you're
like
an
60
igloo
degrees
baby.
this week.
That's fine with me. Hey, tomorrow's a big day.
It is.
Yeah, lunch at the Rail, 1868. It's the Business Builders Luncheon.
Yep, this is for all chamber members or people interested in being a chamber member. You can join us tomorrow at the Rail, 1868, like Patty said, as we hear from Presiding Commissioner Randy Angst, as he's going to review the 2022 year and shares what's coming up in 2023.
And, of course, that's always very informative. And if you've ever wondered where your tax dollars are being spent in Lockley County, this is a good way to find out.
He'll tell you, yeah, come. It is on your own dime, but it's from 12 to 1. We asked people to start getting there about 11:45 just to get your order in and get things going. But it'll be upstairs, so if you come in the Rail, just head on upstairs, and we have the whole upstairs for this event. So, and bring your business card. We do a giveaway as well.
All right. And again, that's taking place tomorrow, January 13th, 12 to noon at the Rail, 1868. It's right in downtown Lebanon.
Yep.
So are you excited for the ribbon cutting at Ashley
Yeah,
Outlet?
It is next Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
The 17th.
Yeah, the 17th. I had to think. It's the 17th. And so it starts at 2 p.m., the ribbon cutting. But the store is going to open at noon, and the first 100 customers in will receive a $50 gift card to use in store. So if you don't know where this is at, this is over by Chin's, where is it?
Southdale Shopping. Well, it used to be Southdale Shopping Center.
Yes.
Lebanon Marketplace now.
Yes.
Right behind Pizza Hut.
What store was there?
Oh,
Furniture Factory outlet.
Yeah.
Yes. Now this is an Ashley outlet. Yes, I was trying to think of that name. Okay. Also, that day you can put in to win additional prizes, and they're going to have snacks and refreshments. But our ribbon cutting is going to take place at 2 o'clock.
You know, I just noticed something. The store opens at noon, and again, this is January 17th.
Yes.
The first 100 customers will receive a $50 gift card.
Yep.
To use in store. You don't have to register. You just get one.
You just get one, and it is valid for $199 minimum purchase.
And no knockdown drag-outs.
No knockdown drag-outs. Behave yourselves.
Get that $50 certificate. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, yeah. Knockdown drag-out. That'll be great.
If there is one, take pictures.
Yeah, get it on video. No, but we're excited. It's a really good opportunity for the Lebanon community, and we're excited to have them and welcome them in.
Absolutely. You know, new business is always nice.
We love it. It looks nice in there, too. I've seen it just through the window, and it looks very well set up, so I'm excited.
Good.
I'm in the market for a little bit of furniture, too, so you never know.
Well, see, and here's a funny story for you. I was shopping for, I don't remember what it was now, but something, And I mean, I had got all my ducks in a row and everything.
Yes.
And went to Furniture Factory Outlet and they weren't there. I was like, what?
Well, that'll do it.
Ashley Outlet is there now.
They are there now.
Yeah, that's good news.
And from what I understand, this is Ashley Furniture is a brand. We discussed this
Yes,
last week.
we did.
It's a brand, but it is an outlet. Therefore, the prices are not as high there. They still have all the Ashley Furniture, but
it's
is an
stuff
outlet.
like they've over purchased.
Yes, like
you know.
overstock type of situation, but still great stuff. I've got 2 Ashley couches at my house, and
Do you really?
I do, and I
Nice.
would beg. It looks very similar to the one in the picture here.
Okay.
Just so you know,
Lucky you.
and I need some more. So maybe maybe I'll get a gift card and help myself out.
There you go. You know, that's a little bit off. Works for sure. Let's see. We have got the Missouri Nationals Wrestling Tournament
We do.
coming up February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's going to be at the Civic Center in Lebanon. And I understand the chamber's going to be there too.
Yeah, we're gonna have a hospitality table there. So basically, there is tons of people who come to this. They're expecting over 1,900 youth wrestlers and families. So, well, wrestlers, families not included. So they're bringing their families, and it is an all day, all weekend event. So Lebanon, this is let me tap the mic here. PSA. There's going to be people in Lebanon. So what we're doing is we have a hospitality table. If you want to bring in menus, coupons, flyers, anything, any discounts to your place of business here, we'll have them out on that table with just some other general information as well. So if you're interested in bringing anything by to maybe get your business, in the hands of these people from out of town, this is the time to do it.
Absolutely. And again, 1,900 wrestlers.
That's a lot.
And, well, we know how parents are.
They're
want to
gonna
watch their kids
And they're going to bring their families too.
compete.
They're going to bring
Yeah.
the whole family by the
Yes.
van full. So
Yeah.
get your restaurants ready, get your shops ready, because they'll be in and out. Because the wrestlers don't compete the whole day. They have like sections, so they've got things to do.
They do. All right. And again, if you would like to get your coupons or flyers or menus or whatever given out during that event, contact Dakota here at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, we'll put them out. Also, that weekend, there's lots of volleyball tournaments going on
Oh,
in
yeah.
town too. So
60 teams.
volleyball tournament in between the gyms through this Lebanon School District. So this place is going to be popping.
Yeah.
Either get your business open or
First week.
get
what
off
is
the
that?
sidewalks.
The 4th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Is that like the first weekend?
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
February? Okay.
Yep. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Well, one more thing, and
'Kay.
then we'll speak with our guests here. A wedding expo is
Yeah.
taking place on March 11th. Are you planning on getting married? Are you thinking that you're planning on getting married?
Yeah.
This is definitely the place to be.
Yeah.
March 11th.
So they have I've known of wedding expos happening in like Springfield and different things, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the first one here in quite some time. So this is out at Spring Holler, which is Patty, I'm going to take a minute.
Okay. It's on Stanton Lane, I can tell you that.
26901 Stanton Lane here in Lebanon. You can call them 417-531-0337 if you're interested in having maybe a booth there, if maybe what you do helps brides or brides' families or is in the wedding business at all. You can set up there, but again, mark your calendars if you're in the market to get married, March 11th of this year at Spring Holler.
Mhm.
It's a pretty little place.
You know, I wonder if an attorney has ever set up in any of these wedding
Oh.
expos.
I've been to a few. I've
You
not
know?
seen that, but that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have
When it's over.
prenuptial agreements
Yeah.
or
When you don't like this
Or-
person anymore, you give me a call. Yeah. It was a really good marketing plan,
well,
truthfully.
actually, that's kind of where I was going. But then I thought, well, it's just
That'd be nice. No, it's okay.
prenups.
That too.
Yeah,
That too.
prenups.
But
Yeah. Okay.
I know
I'll
we're
be
always
good.
off. We're always off our rocker over here. It
Yeah,
always
I'll
just
be good. I'm sorry.
takes a hard left every time we get here.
Yeah. So, one of our guests that are with us today is Wes Powell. Wes is with Direct Primary Care Clinics. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good, good. Now, Wes, I have to ask you, how is direct primary care clinics different than other, we all go to the doctor for checkups.
We are not a fee-for-service type clinic. We are a membership-based clinic. We're cash only. We don't accept insurance, and so we're third-party free. It's very similar to, for instance, joining a gym. You pay a membership, whether you pay monthly or quarterly or annually, and then that gives you access to the provider at the clinic. Access is the big part of the reason why we started direct primary care 10 years ago or better, because Dr. Powell was realizing that so often her patients didn't have access to her in a timely manner. And so by starting direct primary care and a membership style practice, you're able to limit the amount of members that come in, and then you can provide them with your personal cell phone number. And so that's access is truly what we're selling at direct primary care. When you leave the clinic after your establishment appointment, you've got the 24-hour number that you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I laugh because Dr. Powell hasn't had a day off for like 9 years, but that's there so that we can provide our patients with a peace of mind that they need when they need it.
And this is located here in Lebanon, and the price for membership kind of surprised me. It's
Thank you.
less than what I pay for insurance monthly.
Now remember, this is primary care that we're providing, but yes, a monthly membership's $105, and that nothing can happen in the medical field without primary care. I mean, if you're going to go see a specialist or whatever, that has to be your first stop, and so many things can be taken care of by your primary care provider if they have the time to do so. And so that's another thing that we're able to provide for our patients is that our appointments are unlimited or unrestricted, maybe I should say, because there's no copay. You're not limited to the amount of time that you can spend with your provider. So I mean, there's not this rush feeling that you might have whenever you go in. If you truly have something that's you're concerned about, we'll sit down and discuss it with the provider and make sure that all your questions get answered. That's the nice thing about that when Dr. Powell started doing this, that I realized right away was when we meet our patients out in the public, there's not healthcare questions that happen. It's just your general conversation that you would have with anyone else, simply because all those questions are answered already.
All right. And now this is just medical care. This is not like if you're hospitalized or anything like
Correct,
that.
correct.
That would be totally separate.
We are a primary care family practice. We're a family practice clinic that offers all of the services that you can get from. Family practice is a very well-rounded profession. There's a lot of things that your family doctor can do if they have time to do so, and if they have the means to do so at their clinic, and that's what we try to provide for our patients.
Does Dr. Powell and the staff, do they do like x-rays and things like that in-house?
We don't.
Okay.
But since we're a cash-based clinic, we work very well with and know where patients who, if you don't have insurance, there are places and services around that we can help them get into where those costs are very affordable for them.
How is Dr. Powell, how are you guys able to do this? How are you able to afford to do this?
Well, we're certainly not getting rich, but when God calls you and we truly think of direct primary care as a ministry, then the provisions are taken care of, and we've been really blessed and happy to do that. We're not in it to make a great deal of money, but we're in it so that we can make sure that our patients are taken care of as the best as we possibly can.
And the type of care that is provided at the direct primary care, can you kind of give me some examples of what kind of conditions that we would see Dr. Powell for?
Well, of course, we take and help you to manage, diabetes, high blood pressure, all of those primary care type arenas, and we can take care of that in a number of different ways. I mean, one of the nice things that we're able to provide for our patients is Dr. Powell actually also does acupuncture. Many times acupuncture has a great effect on people if they're having pain in certain areas, and we've even noticed it for healing, all kinds of things. I mean, acupuncture's been around for 3,000 years, so obviously
Right, it's
something must
not
be
new.
right. So obviously something is working correctly on it. We can do joint injections. We do stitches. I mean, just about anything that a primary care provider has been trained to do, we can provide for there at the clinic. We dispense medications. That's one of the blessings of living in Missouri, that we're still allowed to do. And so, you know, that helps our patients as well, with a tremendous savings in that aspect. Because you got to remember, I mean, a lot of our patients are not insured, and that doesn't mean all of them. We have a number of patients that use health sharing ministries. We have patients who have opted to go with a high deductible and chose to use this as their primary care source. And so that our goal is to keep them out of the hospital and not have to use those things.
And you have offices in Lebanon and in Osage Beach, right?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. In Lebanon, the Direct Primary Care Clinics is located at 1000 Alexis Avenue, Suite H. That's right off of Elm Street. And then Osage Beach is 1037 Palisades Boulevard, Suite 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one of the nice things that I would also like to mention is the fact that we're third-party free. And by that, I mean there's no one else in the exam room when you're in there with the physician. We don't bill insurance, and we don't accept government insurance as well. And so the only people in the room whenever you're speaking with your physician is you and the physician. There's no other outside influences that take place. And so all options are available to you, and whatever that best option might be is available to you as well.
Now, with 2 locations, Wes, I have to ask, is Dr. Powell in the office every day, or is there another doctor that's part of
We
this?
have a nurse practitioner that works with us as well.
Okay.
Yep. Well, originally, when we came to Lebanon in 2018, and Dr. Powell was spending time in Osage Beach and also in Lebanon. I believe we were in Lebanon 1.5 days a week. And we had opened this clinic because many of our members were driving up to the lake, and we wanted to be more convenient for them. It was during 2019 that our membership rolls really became maxed out, and we were unable to take on more patients simply because in order to provide the benefits that we can provide, you're limited by the members, you know, in order to be able to give them the 24-hour access and all that sort of thing. We were blessed to have a couple of nurse practitioners that approached us, and we came to an agreement, and it happened right before COVID. And so that was really a God thing, because when God gave us the help we needed, we were able to open up our doors and start seeing patients. We canceled absolutely 0 appointments during 2020 and during the COVID spell. And so patients were truly in need during that time, and we were honored to be able to help them out.
Mm-hmm. Does Dr. Powell see children?
She does. She does.
Okay. And elderly as well, I'm assuming?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, and it's few and far between, but Dr. Powell's it's like the old town doc. You know, there are times that we even go to the home. If someone is down and they just can't get out, we'll do home visits, anything that we can do to help the patient out.
All right. And again, you just need to contact the office if you need more information about direct primary care and what they can do for you. Again, they have offices in Osage Beach on Palisades Boulevard and in Lebanon at Alexis Avenue as well. So, wow, thanks a lot, Wes. It's great to hear, you know, that, you know, people are getting alternatives to, you know, because, I mean, especially young people, you know, people in their 20s, they don't need doctors as often as, some of us might. And so, yeah, this is definitely a benefit for, for young people that don't need a whole bunch of, coverage.
Young families are a big part of our practice, and because we know children don't get sick between 8 and 4. Right? I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And so it seems like, something would happen in the evenings or on a weekend, but we're just a phone call away.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Wes. Wes Powell with Direct Primary Clinics, Direct Primary Care Clinics, I should say. Also here with us today is Lizzie Stroll. Lizzie is with the Lebanon Cleaning Crew. And Lizzie wanted to visit with us a little bit about cleaning up after a winter weather event, snow in particular. And, we put chemicals out there, to keep us from slipping and falling on the sidewalks and porches. But it leaves behind a mess, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Good morning, Patty. Thanks
Good morning.
very much. Yeah, so right now it's beautiful outside, we just talked about, this one kind of caught me off guard. I don't know if I wasn't watching the weather or what, but I woke up and it was white outside and I was like, oh, surprise. But yeah, so the first thing that we typically do this time of year, when we get snow, especially in our homes, but especially with our businesses, our offices and the factories and the businesses out there, first thing you want to do is make sure everybody is safe. So you're going to go outside, you're going to salt the sidewalks, make sure everything is okay. And that does keep everybody safe, which is really great. But as soon as you start getting people, whether it's the public, whether it's your staff coming inside, then you're tracking in all of that ice melt. For any one of us, we've all been to Walmart and seen as the snow tracks in, you've got that path of white salt residue left in there. Like, the crystals that are still in there, and that's the part of snow. I love the white part that we're at right now, but later this afternoon, that's going to be a bunch of mud and a bunch of rock salt left over, and that's the not fun part about winter weather. It's beautiful from inside looking out the window, but the floors there, definitely take a hit with this winter weather.
So how do we clean it up? What's the best way to clean it up?
That's a great question, because there is, in this instance, there really is a right and a wrong way to do things. And people don't realize that a lot of times, especially if you've got someone like in-home staff or in office, your own staff doing your floors and things like that. It's just kind of common where a lot of people will come in and they'll just, vacuum, dust mop, sweep, or regular mop from there. And that ice melt actually has a chemical buildup in it. And so while it does really, really great for melting snow and ice on the ground, but what that does is when it melts, it's going to leave a residue right after. And many a times we've seen that. It's kind of comparable to hard water, where when you get hard water and over time that builds up on your fixtures, your faucets, and you get that white crusty layer of stuff. And the same thing can happen with ice melt on the floors. As people walk in, it's going to have that wet mixture from the ground outside. They're going to walk over that ice melt. It's going to come inside on that hard floor, and it's going to melt on the floor. And then you've seen where you start getting that white kind of build up. Sometimes even, I know one of our locations where the public comes in and they go to a certain place to stand and pay for things, and you can actually see regularly in the winter where it gets that white haze right where people tend to congregate and stand, and that comes off their shoes. So a great thing to do when you're cleaning it is going to be, first and foremost, you're going to want to remove that rock salt without getting it wet, if at all possible. Sometimes that's possible and sometimes it's not. But the more water or liquid that you add to that, the more likely that's going to get down on your floor. And regular cleaning solution, your general neutral cleaner, is not going to do a thing to that buildup. Just like a regular cleaner in your home is not going to do a thing to hard water. You can spray your general disinfectant on it. It's not going to remove that hard water buildup at all. So sometimes you're going to want preventative, and sometimes you're going to want treatment from that. And so a great thing you're going to want to do, one of the best and easiest and it's very affordable methods to treating rock salt residue is vinegar. You're going to use an acid to combat that. So unlike your neutral floor cleaner, which is designed to neutralize normal soils and stuff, we actually got to get the acidity up for that rock salt there. So a great treatment mixture is going to be a 50-50. Mix 50-50 to water and vinegar. And this is really a treatment. It's not a preventative but if you've got where you're seeing residue, a 50-50 mixture between vinegar and water, whether it's putting it in a spray bottle and spraying certain areas like I was talking about where someone stands, or whether it's putting it in a mop bucket and using it to set on your floor. Just like if you're using vinegar at home, you're going to want to let it set for a little bit because it's going to need some time to have that chemical reaction and really get that that residue built up. It also works for dirt and grime in addition to the chemicals and in the ice melt, but it's definitely something that a lot of people don't realize that you can use and keep your floors looking good. A lot of people, floors are huge. If you have a business, whether it's an office, whether it's a storefront, whether anything like that, when you walk in, you see your floor and it totally changes the look of things in that building. So if you've got somewhere where the public's coming in, you want to keep it looking good, and that vinegar solution is really going to help treat any ice melt that you've got going on.
White vinegar or apple cider vinegar?
Great question.
Or rice wine vinegar?
Rice wine vinegar?
Balsamic vinegar.
Oh, that's making me hungry.
What kind of vinegar should we use?
Just straight your classic white vinegar, stuff you can get generic brand, from the gallon at Walmart for $2 and something. I think that may have gone up a little bit since everything has gone up.
$50 now.
Right.
But
no,
anyway,
just your classic, and they have cleaning vinegar. You do not need to use that. Just your straight regular vinegar. Cleaning vinegar typically is quite a bit more expensive, and it's not necessary in this treatment at all. And so you can save your money there and go with the general white vinegar.
All right. So vacuum or sweep up all the residue first, then use a 50-50 mix of vinegar and water.
Yep, and
There
let
you
it set. Yep, let it set for a bit, and then mop it right back up after that. So that's going to treat the residue.
All right. Well, Lizzie is with Lebanon Cleaning Crew, and are you still taking clients?
We are. We've got a wait list. We're trying to work through the wait list on our residential side. We really are trying to keep people from having to wait very long. But so we're definitely still taking intake calls and getting people on that list. Taking on some commercial, we've got about, depending on the size, we've got about 6 spaces for the commercial side that we can get in the first half of the year this year. So a little bit yes, but a little bit no too. But mostly yes, because we're on the radio, right?
That is a really good answer. Well, Lizzie, how does a person get a hold of Lebanon Cleaning Crew?
Absolutely. Call our office. First you can call or text our office. Our number is 417-650-0301. We're also on Facebook and social media, and you can email at LebanonCleaningCrewOffice@gmail.com. Jamie's in our office from Monday through Friday from 9 to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patty.
That's Lizzie with Lebanon Cleaning Crew. We've got just a few minutes here, and we want to visit about our 10 business New Year's resolutions. Where did we get to last time?
Yeah, I think we got to 6. I think we ended on having a positive workplace culture.
So customer reviews.
Yeah, so we're on number 7. We only have 4 more to go.
Yeah, encourage your customers to review your business on their website, their social media, all of that.
And it's free. So, you see Google reviews, and I don't know if you're like this, but that's the first thing that I actually go to their Facebook page first and read reviews.
I go to the Facebook and look and see if they're even open.
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, yeah, and so
nope, you gotta wait till Friday.
And something that we've heard a lot, and it is true, is social media is even more visited than your website. So if you have,
my website,
well, not okay,
loves
okay,
my website.
My bad, except for Patty's. But social media, everybody has Facebook at the end of their. I mean, we have the internet obviously at the end of our fingertips too. But when you're on Facebook, it's very easy to just plug in that name and see, do people like it? Do people like your service? And reputation can mean everything, especially if you're a new business and trying to attract, not attack. We don't want to attack the customers. Attract and retain customers.
Well, you could attack and retain them.
There you go. I mean, yes,
we-
it'd take a
enough
physical
duct
approach
tape
to it.
will
Yeah.
fix anything.
Yeah, you can take a more of aggressive approach if you want. Approximately 81% of customers say that they must trust a brand before buying a product or service. And, that's true. No matter what you're offering, you've
Yeah.
got to bring that trust in.
So I have to ask you, Dakota, you said you look at the reviews,
Uh-huh.
and so do I. But when you are looking at those reviews, do you look at do you sort by bad reviews first,
I do.
or good reviews?
I do,
first?
because I like to hear the bad news first. So I want to
Okay.
hear, I want to hear, and on Facebook, there's different options. If we're talking just about Facebook, you can just leave a star review. You don't even have to say anything. But it is nice to hear, especially if it's a service provided. Like, I'll use like getting your nails done or maybe getting a facial, something that's going to be done to me.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah, going to the doctor. Yeah. I want to know that like it's not, you don't have a bad service, truthfully.
Right.
So,
Right.
but if someone had a really good experience, all you have to do is just be like, hey, share that on Facebook with us,
Mhm.
or share that on Google with us. You can even have contests where if you share a review or you post something up, they might be able to win something, and that's a really good way to build that trust and your review status up. So
So again, when your customers come in, great way to really build your business and your customer base is to ask your existing customers to leave a review.
Yeah.
Well, we're out of time.
we're out of
We
time.
got more to
I
talk
know.
about. We'll visit this again next week. The remind
Better
me again,
Business
what's
Bureau.
the Better Business
Yeah.
Bureau, and this is the
10 business New Year's resolutions.
Thank you. Phew, I couldn't get my paper turned over. All right. Thank you all very much for being here today. Thanks to Lizzie Stroll and Wes Powell, both for being here with us. And thank you for joining us. Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and Local Make Sense, along with Regional Radio KJEL. Have a great day.